Good evening, and welcome to the Senagoth Lounge. I'm Luke. I'm joined, as always, and also for the first time, in some ways, by James. And I'd like to invite you to sit back, relax, pull up the easy chair, order a drink, and just fill your mind palace with some takes and thoughts about your Ottawa Senators. James, how are you?
Each day is one crushing defeat after another until you just wish Flanders was dead. But I'm glad to be here with you and everyone at home or operating a forklift right now listening to this. Kick off your hideous on-running sneakers and relax and warm yourself by this bonfire of takes. Senagoth Lounge open for business. Episode 1, the Fan Zone Menace. Let's get into it.
First of all, my on-running shoes are personally designed by Roger Federer, and that man's a Swiss...
Those are the only nice ones.
That man's a Swiss national treasure. I will not have you besmirching on-running shoes. Second of all, the Ottawa Senators. I love them. You love them. Have you heard any news about how they're doing?
Yeah. Before we get into it, I just want to point something out. You know who is killing it on the Belleville Sens low key?
Tell me. I haven't checked the Belleville Sens stats once this season.
See, I got your ass. That's how you know the season's going pretty good. You don't know what the fuck is going on in Belleville. Like, I am like watching Belleville Senators games like the Zapruder film when the Sens are absolute dog shit. I know how like the fourth line is doing, killing penalties. You know, what's the backup goalie's record versus GAA and stuff. Like, I don't give a fuck about the Belleville Senators anymore. Just like I didn't care about them in the mid 2000s, you know. Like, I remember being like, Ray Emery? Okay, it's just crazy enough to work. I don't know who that is. Like, I'm happy to be back. They called up Hayden Hogson. I have no idea who that is.
He's a human male.
And you know what? That's good. Yeah, that's a good thing. Like, you shouldn't be pinning your hopes and dreams to Lassie Thompson or whatever, you know?
Yeah, we tried that
also,
already.
Lassie Thompson, welcome back again.
I think let's check the old standings right now. We're recording on the 22nd of November, and Ottawa's chilling 8th in the East. They're tied in points with the Lightning.
Who?
The Lightning of Tampa Bay. Let's see. They have exactly 67 goals for and 67 goals against. I'm looking at this division standings right now, and something jumps out to me. Most of these teams are kind of dog shit, and I'm going to tell you how I know. Of the 8 teams in the Eastern Division, in the Atlantic Division, only one of them even has a positive goal differential.
Yeah, that would be the Lightnings.
Yeah, they're a monstrous +4.
That's insane.
Everyone else is either exactly even or minus, including the Detroit Red Wings, who are somehow second in the division.
Just to do Pepsi Challenge shit, the Avalanche are a tidy +34 in their goal differential, cruising along on a 7-game winning streak.
I think they've given up one goal they've got one regulation loss or something absolutely preposterous. Yeah, 14 wins, 1 loss, 5 overtime loss. That's silly.
I thought Andrew Hammond was retired.
What the fuck? Okay.
Fuck y'all. Yo, by the way, fuck you. Avalanche. Fuck yourself. I hate you.
Maybe they'll be like the 2008 Senators that looked unstoppable for 25 games and then just had every single wheel fall off at the same time. that would be nice. Unfortunately, maybe Nathan McKinnon's got more juice than Jason Spezza did at the time. Whatever. Fuck the Avalanche. Also, fuck these other teams at the Atlantic. Boston. Who do you have? Who are we up against with Boston? Okay, David Pasternak is pretty good. And then they've got Morgan Geekie, whoever the hell that is. I guess that's their young guy.
You know that guy's fair to play against. Like, the guy had to grow up with the last name Geeky. Like, you know that guy can fight.
And then the bottom of their lineup is just like Ottawa's old lineup. Like they got the boy Mark Kastelik hanging around. These guys are basically the Leafs, but less nice with it. Or they've got the big boys upstairs, and then just a bunch of flavorless gruel down the lineup.
I don't know. Eunice Corpusalo could still surprise you.
I mean, he has surprised me in the sense that he's started 9 games so far. That's a surprise to me. They must not look forward to his games. I'll tell you that for free. Anyway, that's who's leading the division.
The very unserious Detroit Red Wings are up 1 point on your beloved Ottawa Senatodes.
With 1 more game played, too, so that barely even counts. Ottawa gets a big W tonight. We leapfrog them. And I know we bring this up every time, but we need to mention it. This is a team with Travis Hamonic on it.
And Jacob Barnyard Docker as well. They want to be us so bad, but they're trying to be us so bad in a way that you should not be us so bad.
They're trying to be us, and they're so bad.
Yeah, they want to be us, so bad.
Alex DeBrincat's point per game, who gives a shit, still a -2. I watched that guy for a season. Has strong wasteman tendencies.
Absolute monster in the playoffs.
Of course.
The JK.
Doing a goalie tandem split between John Gibson and Tablet. Another former Senator, just in case you forgot. Yeah, not a serious team. Fuck these guys with extreme prejudice. Mm-hmm. Even their best young defensive, Moritz Seider, he's basically got as many points as Artem Zub. Zub has 10, Moritz Seider has 12. Not a serious team.
Isn't that Ben Chariot guy? Didn't Habs fans hate that guy like 5 years ago?
Yeah, of course.
Isn't he on like their first pairing or something?
Let me check. I thought there was no way that Ben Chariot could possibly even have that many minutes. Let's see. Okay, he's their number 3 defenseman. Not a serious team.
No. Yeiser plan is the Yeiser scam.
The Yeiser scam.
Back at it
yeah,
again.
Steve Yeiser fraud is perpetrating the Yeiser scam in Detroit. Don't be fooled. This -5 goal differential they have is very real. I'm not worried about those guys.
Boasting a solid 4-5-1 in their last 10.
Tampa Bay Lightning, they're kind of good. We can move on.
Honestly, the Tampa Bay Lightning are so boring that I can't even think of anything to say about them.
They're fine. Yeah.
Like they need to sit a few seasons out. And I don't know, just like go reinvent they need to eat, pray, love or something. Fuck you guys. Tampa Bay is not a real place.
They're kind of how Detroit used to be, where you just look at their lineup and it's just a bunch of like faceless killbots. Where you're like, all right, I guess they can roll 4 lines and they don't really have any weaknesses, but also fuck you guys.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
Tampa Bay's still good. The Ottawa Senators.
Mm-hmm. Immaculate lineup, perfect in every way. Best looking team in the league.
By a mile.
0 trace amounts of piss consumed. Piss free since 1993, -1. How are our Sens doing? A good goal differential of 0, keeping it nice and even. 5-2-3 in their last 10. That's great. They've had no Tkachuk. Tkachuk has played 3 games.
We need to kind of reorient our ideas about
that's racist.
What a good team is, because it's been so long since we had one.
It's true.
And, we've been following this season pretty closely. And the Sens are having a real, catch one, drop one, have a beer season so far. Where they win one, then they lose in overtime, then they win one, then they lose in regulation, then they win one, then they lose in overtime, then they win one, then they lose in regulation. Maybe they'll go on a little winning streak, little losing streak. Like for instance, like in the last 10, they've got 5 wins, 2 regulation losses, and 3 overtime losses. So on the surface, that sounds like 500 hockey because they've got as many wins as losses, but we can't discount the importance of these loser points.
Hell no. That's a save the pennies and watch the dimes add up kind of stat line.
Loser points are going to be putting our kids through college this season. I'm going to tell you that for free.
Yeah, that's the tax-free savings account of the NHL. I forget what it was. I'm not doing research for anyone, myself included, but I do remember seeing some really frustrating standings. I think Boston might have been a violator of this a few years ago, where they had an absolutely mayonnaise record, but they had this insane cache of overtime losses. It was like 14 overtime losses, and it like put them snugly in a playoff spot. If we're that team, I don't give a fuck. I just wanted a ticket to the damn dance. To reiterate my point, like 5 wins, 2 losses, 3 overtime losses, their last 10 doesn't sound that great. If you project that over a full season, that's 107 points. If Linus Ullmark figures out how to not lose in overtime, we're laughing. Let the other team have the loser point.
Well said.
He was great the other night in Anaheim, by the way.
I agree. I'm glad. I always believed in him. And I think sometimes I say that ironically, but this time I actually mean it. Linus Ullmark is Zaddy.
That's true.
We believe in Linus Ullmark. Also, Leevi Meriläinen he's back. Has been good in his spot duty as well. It's funny because these guys still have save percentages that are like,
they're insane.
It's like they basically have trace amounts of saves, right? It's like we're into like the 3 parts per million level of saves. And yet, but if you ask me, it's like, oh, they've been good in their last 5 games though. Like, we got this shit turned around. And also, like I said, sends the playoff spot.
8-6 and 8-7s. Like, are those the years that you posted those save percentages? Like Glenn Healy up in here playing in wet street hockey equipment, standing up straight in the net.
Yeah.
Jeff Pang, 5'1" goalie ass save percentage.
Gretzky coming down the wing and shooting it along the ice, and it just goes under your pad.
Yeah, Gretzky pulls up to his waist and absolutely hammers a 68-mile-an-hour slap shot over the head of the 5'6" goalie.
It's been such a weird season because you can see a lot of stats, especially the goalie stats, where it's like, oh, that looks kind of bad. I'd like to see that improve. And then you look at the standings, and it's like, okay, well, if we're doing this well when we have no goaltending. If we get any goaltending at all, like, we're laughing. First round bye, here we come. They won't even make us play the wild card round.
Damn, that would be great.
Who else we got? Florida Panthers.
Let's get back to hating.
Yeah, Florida Panthers. All right, fuck you and your new podcast.
Yeah.
Matthew Tkachuk.
Fuck every Florida Panther and its entourage.
I mean, I guess they're also technically good because they're the defending champs or whatever. Just imagine me making a wanking motion like so powerful it alters the Earth's rotation. I say that.
It's a daily humiliation to have to hear like 2 teams from Florida spoken of in glowing terms. Like, God, what am I spending my time doing here? You know.
At least we're finally openly talking about at least I prefer to openly talk about this. People are just saying like players like signing there because of the taxes. Like we don't have to pretend like the GMs are super geniuses anymore. Like
Yeah.
we're just like that tax code though.
Florida seems like a really awesome place with a lot of very cool culture outside Miami. Like
Florida must go crazy if you're rich and the dumbest person on earth.
Florida rocks when your only hobby is playing golf, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, fuck you guys, the Panthers. What's this? Who's up next? The Canadians?
Les Glorieux.
Oh, this is what? What was that? What was that, bro? I swear, weren't these guys talking cash shit not 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it seems like we are metaphorically stepping into the cellar of the division, and I gotta say, it's stinking in here.
What was that? Suddenly things aren't going so great as soon as you suffer a couple injuries. What was that? Say what now? Like you guys pulled a muscle in your back, sucking yourselves off after the first 10 days of the season, and now what's going on? What was that, bro? Say what? Say what now?
I'm I feel justified. I could never bring myself to respect someone named Sam Montembeau, and I feel like my hatred is starting to pay off now that he is wrapped around the turlet of the NHL.
So I'm in a Dynasty Fantasy League.
All right, you have 25 seconds to talk about this starting now.
Okay. I've had Sam Montembeau on my team because I heard he was going to be good. And then last year he was. This year he's in the turlet. Everything I know about the Habs comes down to when I check my fantasy team on Monday morning and I see how their goalie's doing. And every week it's 500 save percentage, no wins. Somehow I got negative points from goalies this week. That's the deal with Sam Montembeau.
You're going to be riding that waiver wire and picking up Anton Forsberg to right the ship.
These guys are so insanely fraudulent. It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Look, I get it.
They were last year, too.
I get it. You've got 5 good players, and those players are very good. I'm an Ottawa Senators fan. I know what it's like to have 5 good players. I've watched that team before. Guess what? That team wasn't good either.
You know what they've been saying, and they've just been harping on it for years now. If you want to win, you got to be big and long. And you know what? I'm going to take a timeout in the middle of this. Can we stop with the fucking long description of NHL players? And it's not a gay thing. If it were up to me, hockey would be like 70% gayer than it is. It's just the fucking stupidest sounding thing. I was listening to, I don't know if you heard these other sentence podcasts, one worse than the next. But I heard a player described as a big, long tree the other day. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, what are we doing? There's not enough dumb terminology in hockey already. Like, yeah, a big, long defense. Like, yeah, I get that it means rangy. It's like, yeah, he was 6'5" with little T-Rex arms. Like, we're just, you know, 6'5", mostly torso, little ass legs.
Are you familiar with Johnny Got His Gun? Yeah, he's like that guy after he stepped on the landmine.
Anyway, yeah, are these little fellas good? Individually, yeah, they're good. Listen, you don't think I want to go into the playoffs against a team where the best forward and the best defenseman are like 5'7"?
Bring it.
Like, bring it. I don't give a fuck. Lane Hudson's highlight reel. Like.
If we get the Habs in the playoffs, we are taking those hobbits to Isengard. I'm telling you right now.
I don't advocate for the use of any of this AI slop, but I have half a mind to render up like Brady Tkachuk flipping the puck over Lane Hudson's head and meeting him in the corner to retrieve it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That sounds pretty sick, actually. That's my AI girlfriend.
We're not going to generate that with AI, but we are going to play it on a loop in the projector of our mind palace.
Yeah, the original AI.
Yeah. Just, or as I like to call it, I.
That's why you tune into this thing, for I, the original man.
I wish, man, hating on the Habs is so fun. I hate them. They're so shit. Down here in this. Sorry.
Down here in the
I'm
cellar.
trying to move on, and I'm like, look at how bad these guys are.
It smells like a fucking the dumpster behind La Belle Provence back here, man. That's crazy. Are we supposed to pretend that Yuri Slavkovsky is good? Like,
not only are we supposed to pretend, but he's actually their best player. That's how good this.
Damn, that's depressing.
That's how good the Habs are. That's what I'm saying.
That's fucking depressing.
Like,
actually, starting to feel bad now.
Just kidding. Best player, if you ask the fancy stats, is, I mean, obviously, like Nick Suzuki has like the most points.
Oliver Kapanen? I don't know her. Speaking of AI, they made a new Jack-Eye guy. Oof.
It's a little bit embarrassing that Ottawa did trade for a tough guy just because of Jack-Eye, but then I'm like, you know what, whatever. If we have to see these guys 6 times a year or whatever, whatever. We can send out a big dumb guy to fight their big dumb guy. And
yeah.
I don't have to write those checks.
No.
Moving on. Who's this next in line at the bottom of the Atlantic?
We're descending into the sub basement, and I gotta say, it be reeking like piss down here. Stale, deep yellow piss.
We're coming in. This is basically Dante's Inferno, but we're just going down into the I believe the 6th level of sub basement. It's the Toronto Maple Leafs,
the Toronto Leafs.
Who, I want to be clear, is actually being written as a metaphor for a guy who turned out to be the Pope.
In the exclusive group chat for your beloved Senagoth Lounge podcast, we were having a little bit of fun with it, R.I.P. Simmer, about that guy. What the fuck? I don't even know his fucking name. Let me just get a number crunch on what this guy's name is. Roy, Kendall Roy. Kendall Roy, whoever they traded, is he not even in the list of players on this thing?
Nicholas, okay, yeah, the guy they traded Mitch Marner for.
Yeah, the guy they traded Mitch Marner for, Kendall Roy. And he had the same stat line as Brady Tkachuk, and Brady Tkachuk has played 3 games this year. That was the best. Like, oh, they both have 3 points. Like, I remember, like, we temporarily ran out of the precious mineral of copium, where I was watching these pundits be like, you know, Kendall Roy is low-key nice with it. Like, Toronto has picked up a tiny little player here. Like, yeah, they won't miss those 100-plus points because they got Kendall Roy now. Like,
yeah, look, there's a guy who puts up 100-plus points, plays on the power play and the PK, but it's fine. We can get Kendall Roy.
And what's this? Goal differential. -5.
Yeah, just all around nice with it. R.I.P. to these guys.
Logan Roy.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
I mean, I guess it's kind of tough. They're also missing some guys because of injuries.
I can't relate to that.
It is funny that it's... Okay, I guess we have to have... all right, Nicholas Roy and his 3 points. You are on the second line now. Max Domi. Might try him at center. Oh, wait, never mind. That's...
Maximum. Max Dome piece. That guy's player photo is just like all forehead.
This must be the... Oh, so that's where the maximum comes in.
Guy looking like a garbage pail kid. And Playing on the right team for that nickname.
Is this a team we have to worry about at all?
Allegedly, the window.
I think we can just I think these guys are just going to suck for the whole year. How are they going to turn it around? Who's going to come through the door to rescue them? I guess Matthews can come back. Yeah, these guys, this is the exact same thing as Boston. It's just like 5 good dudes. Every team in this division is 5 good dudes. Holy shit.
Oh, that's not true, actually. We have one more team to talk about.
Do we? Who did I miss?
We already talked about the AHL, but I guess we have to go back there and discuss the Buffalo Sabres, the AHL leading Buffalo Sabres.
All right. Whoa, hang on a sec. I got something to say about this. The Buffalo Sabres are a professional ice hockey team based in Buffalo, New York. The Sabres compete in the National Hockey League as a member of the Atlantic Division in the Eastern Conference. The team was established in 1970 along with the Vancouver Canucks when the league expanded to 14 teams. I think that says it all right there. What else is there to say?
I mean, they are firmly entrenched in the basement of this division. My favorite thing about the Buffalo Sabres is how, talking about like pulling a back muscle, sucking your own it's like every time they're talking, it's like I have to listen to like how good all of these players on the team are. Like, and I'm not like out to lunch. Like, yeah, Tage Thompson or Owen Power, like Nick Cousins has been great. Dylan Cousins been like great in that he actually is going to continue playing in the NHL. And then no shade to the guy that we traded to get Dylan Cousins, but like I don't have to give a fuck about anyone on this team being good when they can't even like play their way out of the fucking sub basement of this division.
Their goal differential right now is -7, and that's with having just beaten Chicago 9-3.
They beat us 8-4. Didn't they?
They put it. That's true. Holy fuck! I forgot about it. They put a 9 burger on the fucking Blackhawks, an 8 burger on the Sens, and they're still at a -7.
By the way, Sens, if you want to put up a touchdown on a team, like that would be great. I could spiritually use that.
Well, I think that's why people are freaking out, right? Is that, you know, the team's doing fine, but like it seems like they're getting through on hopes and wishes, and they haven't had too many actual like stompings.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
I'm gonna polish this take off. I'm the first person to say this out loud. I think Fabian Zetterlund got to get the bats going a little bit.
Oh man, Fabian Zetterlund, I have fully given up on. I'm not mad at him, to be clear. Like he can still turn it around in my eyes, but I no longer watch Fabian Zetterlund thinking this is a guy who we'll be relying on going forward. That's over. Like Fabian Zetterlund to me is he might have a nice game, and I'll think, yeah, that was a nice play from Fabian Zetterlund, but I can't expect him to score. And that's good because he fucking does not.
I thought the best take was from the illustrious Luke Hortense Peristi.
Thank you.
Was Fabian Zetterlund looks great, like maximum effort, smart little plays, finishes the game 0 points, -3. Dylan Cousins looks like absolute dog shit, finishes the game 1 goal and 2 assists. That's like they're balancing each other out. It's like a net zero. Like I don't know. I still, this is how I am just freebasing copium right now. It's like I still think this guy's like in some fucked up slump right now. Like I think this is where I'm at with Zetterlund, I guess, is that remember when Brian Gibbons got called up to the Sens and scored like 10 goals from like...
Unfortunately, I think it was worse than that. I think he like scored those 10 goals in preseason. And then we were like, well, you have to have Brian Gibbons make the team out of camp because like he scored 10 goals. Like,
let's remember some guys. Help Wikipedia by expanding this stub. Yo, this guy's amazing looking. He looks like a carpet salesman.
He looks like a clone of like Ryan Kessler that escaped from storage. The fuck.
I wonder what Ryan Kessler's up to these days. I'm not going to Google that right now, but listener, I heard you to type those words into your mobile device.
That's a little Easter egg for all you guys. Yeah, content warning if you decide to Google Ryan Kessler.
But I think they called him up for the end of the season. 20 games, 14 points. Anyway, what I'm saying here is I have definitely landed on like, yes, Zetland had that big season with the Sharks, but somebody gonna score some goals on a shitty ass team, probably getting tons of ice time, tons of power play time.
Also, not to give it up to Jason York here, but something he said that stuck with me a lot is that like when you're on a bad team, you can afford to cheat a bit.
Yeah.
Because like who gives a fuck?
Cheating the game. Does he bring that up from time to time?
I think I've heard him say it.
And also big, long, rangy players.
Wait, maybe I'm thinking. Sorry, maybe I've got fucking Clark Bishop confused with Brian Gibbons. There are so many
Luke,
guys.
Are you
Jesus
telling
Christ,
me you've never seen Three Ninjas kick back? You've never seen Three Ninjas 2? You got it. It is phenomenal. Leslie Nielsen is the villain.
Where were we? We lost the plot here.
We were talking about how maybe Fabi stats are a little inflated. maybe in Zetterland. That's the new nickname. It's like plus minus is not a great reliable stat until you see like 82 games, 44 points, dash 34. like yeah, the team was bad, but like they didn't have like cholera, right?
Yeah, he might have been cheating a bit. Anyway, the good news is that we don't have to sign him long term if we don't want to. Oh, wait, hang on a sec. I'm being told right now that he's in the first year of a 3-year deal that pays him $4.3 million a year.
It is funny, though, because I saw, like, or I was listening to, I don't know if you listen to these other Sens podcasts, but, it like he's got this big contract now. Like that is not a big contract. Like it is. He's like like that's a pretty mid contract. Like he's not performing up to it. But like this is not like Zach Parise in Minnesota like numbers here. It's like if he's in the bottom 6, like it's not my money. Like it's not exactly like destroying the cap space.
This is basically the same thing as Zach Smith making $3 million a year in 2019.
Perfect comparable, where it's like Zach Smith would put up like 19 goals one year and then the next year have 2,
And like a nice, useful player, but I mean,
he's not like Jonathan Chichu, where you're like, damn, you have had too many sports hernias. Like, it hurts to watch you skate now. Like it's like he's a perfectly useful player.
And we do have one of those guys on the team, to be clear. Folks, I'm talking about Nick Jensen.
But let's be fair, it was hip resurfacing, which is
look, it's a real injury.
Much less serious, right?
That's why I'm saying he shouldn't be playing.
I'm not a doctor. Anyway, Fabian Zetterlund, get well soon. We hope your hands get well.
Maybe in Zetterlund.
Maybe then Zetterlund. What? What the fuck were we talking about? Were we done making fun of the Buffalo Sabres? I don't know.
Every moment I have to spend thinking about the Buffalo Sabres is a waste of my energy. I think we're done with Haters Corner for now. So we can move on to the business of the day, which is celebrating 4 more years of Shane Pinto.
Woo! Speaking of, like not giving a fuck about the Belleville Senators is a perfect indicator that the team is doing well that you may not have immediately noticed. I think it's extremely important to point out, and maybe you're going to make this point yourself, Luke, but say what you will about the numbers, the term, and the dollar amount. Is like, this contract was never in doubt. That was not the case a few years ago when any good player was up to be re-signed. Like, you just knew it was a matter of Staios and his agent figuring out what the details of the contract were. Like that, I'm not taking that for granted.
I remember waiting for the Brady Tkachuk contract to come through. And yeah, they did get it done, but
I was sick. I couldn't.
It was a different time with different people in charge, and the purse strings were of a different tension.
Yeah,
and I've always figured they'd get Brady Tkachuk signed, but you didn't really know until it happened.
Yeah, and I think Tkachuk really had to take one on the chin sitting out. But it's like, he's negotiating with a terrorist. Like, he is negotiating with the fucking Taliban. Like, you got to do extreme shit. Like, anyway. Also, while we're on the subject of terrorism, I saw some Charlie Browns talking about, like, the deal's not, like, maximum term. This is a bit of Melnick derangement syndrome. Short deals are just what happened. That is going to be what happens now. Yeah.
Also, 4 years, not even that short.
No,
this guy is under contract until 2030, at which point he'll turn 30 years old.
Yeah,
we're gonna have this guy for his absolute prime.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm happy to chill out about this, and everyone else listening should also.
And also, just from a management perspective, I'm not trying to massage this into but we need to come up with a new term for multi-dimensional chess with the third dimension. But you don't want to have every player locked up for 8 years. Shane Pinto has already missed an entire season from injury. Sometimes it's okay to have a little wiggle room, and the Melnick derangement syndrome is it's not it's a fait accompli that Brady Tkachuk is waiting out his contract to go sign somewhere. It could fucking happen, but maybe the Sens are legitimate contenders by them, and he's I have a good thing going here in this place where I've played my entire career, that drafted me, and my child is growing up. I don't know. I think we have different people in charge of this team now than we used to, and even Conrad McDavis is not on an 8-year deal right now.
I say this as a recovering guy who took some economics courses in undergrad. I've been around the block a few times. This old hockey fandom game. I've tried being every type of fan there is, and I think the worst way of interacting with sports teams is as an accountant.
It's why I got into the game as a lad.
Where, we have to think, we can't just enjoy a player, or we have to be that contract should be longer. Or we have to be this is a bit of an overpay, or it's not my money. Guess what? I like it when the Sens win, baby. Let's go Sens. Guess who helps the Sens win? Shanye Pinto.
Hell yeah.
A guy who is, honestly, he's the sort of, like, I watch him and he's got some games where it's like Pinto with a goal and assist. I'm like, that guy could have had 3 goals tonight.
Yeah.
Like, he's extraordinarily gifted at just getting the puck in dangerous spots. And if it was that easy to do it, everyone would do it. But no, this guy is there's a reason why this guy consistently has more goals than assists. Like, real dangerous player, the exact type of player the Sens need down the lineup. Like, we can't have Tim Stützle doing everything.
Which he kind of has been doing lately. And shout out to you, my beautiful son.
Yeah, Shane Pinto, 4 years. He'll be a senator until he's 30. And guess what? That's
good. It's good. Like,
and yeah, it's like, oh, we might have to re-sign Dylan Cousins and Shane Pinto on the same day in 2030. And like, I'm gonna be fucking drinking moon juice on Mars with the President Jonathan Taylor Thomas in 2030. Like, that's let's chill out about that shit.
yeah.
For now, number go up, baby, and that's what it's all about in this hockey game. Number go up.
That's right. Also, like, after this fucking rebuild, like, I'm sorry, the idea of 4 guaranteed years of this lineup exactly, practically, is like, yeah, I could use a bit of stability in my life. You know?
Yeah, I like these guys and they're pretty good. All right.
I don't know if you've been experiencing the last 10 years generally. 4 years is a fucking eternity now.
Anyway, let's take a quick break and check in with Verada to see if he has any thoughts about asset management and timeline and being the wrong type of fan.
Next message.
Hey everybody, this is Verada here. I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area where I live. It's Friday, November 21st. Tomorrow night, our Ottawa Senators will be in San Jose playing the San Jose Sharks in the beautiful city of San Jose, the 13th largest city in America, the largest city to not have a downtown or any culture whatsoever. I will be getting in the car here in Oakland probably 3.5 hours before game start, and I hope to make the beginning of the game after driving down to San Jose. Approximate distance is like, I don't know, 40 kilometers. I live in hell, and go Sens go. So I thought I would offer some opinions about something that I heard on the 32 Thoughts podcast and then saw some people reacting to online. Elliot Friedman mentioned the Ottawa Senators as one of the teams that were looking to make a big swing this year. And I saw some people online who are not Sens fans saying, you know, like, that's ridiculous, that's hilarious, et cetera, et cetera. They're not a team that is built to win. They're not a team that should be going for it yet. You know, they just made the playoffs last year, lost in the first round. I don't remember it that way. I remember the Sens winning the cup, but that's fine. I thought I would respond to it a couple of things. Number one, is this the time for the Senators to push in all the chips and go for it? And number two, what does that even mean? What are you talking about? What does going for it mean? What chips are being pushed in? What are you getting back? What are any of you talking about, for the love of Christ? So the first question, should the Sens push in their chips and go for it now? I think if you inherited the Sens team, if you were hired as the general manager right now and you got this roster with these contracts, your first question would have to be, what else could I possibly do? What exactly are you doing to continue rebuilding? Is there a UFA out there who you're gonna wait for, that you actually would want and you actually should want and that you could compete for? Is there someone in the pipeline who's 2 or 3 years away who's going to really meaningfully move the needle? You know, is there a high draft pick in your future? The answer to all these questions is no. I mean, the Sens are what they are now. And we can debate whether they have enough to get over the hump. We can debate whether you had a true rebuild without a top 2 pick. You can debate whether having 2 picks in the top 5 is special enough to get you there. We can have all those debates, but it doesn't really matter. The Sens are what they are right now, and this is their chance to push in the chips. So I think that's the first thing you got to say, is that there is no like perfect situation where they're kind of, well, let's give it another 2 or 3 years and then we'll get a number 1 overall pick or something like that. This is it. And there's no rebuild on the horizon. There's no retooling on the horizon. The second thing, and I think the most important thing, and maybe an indicator of just how underappreciated Pierre Dorion is, I'm going to just let that hang there for a second, is the fact that Tim Stützle and Jake Sanderson are on 8-year deals, paying them about $8 million a year, which is, I think in hockey terminology, fucking bananas that we have that. They're at the beginning of those deals. Already, they're both valued as like $10 million players. The cap is going up by millions and millions of dollars over the next few years. It's totally possible that if they had signed bridge deals at $6.5 million or something, they'd be signing for 12, 13 million, possibly, if they keep developing 2 or 3 seasons from now. So every single year that the Senators have Tim Stützle and Jake Sanderson on $8 million deals, they have to push in their chips. They are never getting that again. Like, we have to fully appreciate the situation we're in right now. We got 2 top 5 picks who were not the number 1 and number 2 pick, and they were the number 1 and number 2 players that came out of that draft. We got the best 2 players at 3 and 5 in the same year. Getting that's incredible. Getting 2 picks in the top 5 is incredible. Getting the 2 best players in the top 5 is incredible. And getting both of them on team-friendly deals for 8 years is incredible. They don't even have 8-year deals anymore. They got rid of 8-year deals. It's now 7 is the max. Do you understand how lucky we are to be in this situation? You do not spend 2 or 3 years in this situation going, well, we'll see what we get in the draft. Well, we'll see who's available in the free market. You push in your chips. Every single year you have Tim Stützle and Jake Sanderson on $8 million deals. Because at the end of these deals, like, for the love of God, where is the market going to be? They're both making $15 million a year, hopefully in Ottawa, but like this is the chance. Ottawa is going to be getting $8-9 million in surplus value on these 2 players, which they can go out and use to trade for somebody, sign somebody. So Sens have to be all in. Number 2, Brady Tkachuk. He's got 2 more years after this season. We can debate whether having like a power forward who's going to squeeze you for every dollar is a good thing, but he's a legit, media superstar, top 5 personality in the league. If you were to lose Tkachuk, it's going to be like an Alfie level Armageddon event. You gotta at least try to re-sign Tkachuk. He's your captain. He's selling a lot of jerseys, a lot of merch. He's your guy, and you have to prove to him that you're serious about winning. So you've only really got 2 years to do that. You can't spend a year or 2 being like, I don't know, let's see what Tkachuk is. Like, that's ridiculous. So those 2 things alone, the Brady Tkachuk situation and the Stützle and Sanderson situation, are like a mandate. You must push all the chips in. So what does that actually mean? I mean, what does pushing the chips in look like? Well, Sens don't have a first-round pick this year. I guess, some of you have probably pointed that out online. They've got 3 third-round picks. I don't know what you do with that. There's nothing in the pipeline other than Tkachuk, and they're not trading Tkachuk because he's the perfect swap in for an aging Shabbat. He's exactly what the team needs, exactly when he's going to be ready. So, we don't have anything to get anything. I mean, unless you are, I don't know, like swapping a Batherson or a Cousins or like a secondary quasi-core player, unless you're doing another Norris for Cousins style swap where there's some trade-offs. You're not sure if you won it, and then you clearly did win it. Unless you're doing something like that, there's nothing really out there. I mean, are they trading for Steven Stamkos? I don't know. Are they trading for Erik Karlsson? There's lots of question marks around all those things. Ryan O'Reilly? Someone's going to crazy overpay for Ryan O'Reilly. I kind of hope it's not us. He's great as a third-line center or something like that at this point, but I don't want the Sens giving up first-round picks 2 years from now for that. So anyways, what am I talking about? What does this mean? The Sens absolutely should push in all their chips and go for it. They have to. They have to do it for the next 8 years, 100%. And what does that mean? I don't know. There's nothing really out there, and they don't have anything to give up, so they probably won't. Anyways, see you at the game tomorrow. Maybe. See you on the highway on the way to the game.
Message deleted.
That's Verada's voicemail, brought to you by Draglum Salt.
Draglum Salt, Ottawa's number 2 or 3 provider of salt. Available in a host of textures, and please slow down in salting zones. Or speed up. I don't know. That's why the salt's there.
Yeah,
you know what? Speed the fuck up in those salting zones. Tokyo drift through that bitch.
Tell him James said it's okay.
I said it's okay. It's fine. What if after Brady Tkachuk's contract is up in, is it 4 years? Maybe by then he's transitioned fully into a podcaster, full-time podcaster.
Yeah, his contract's up in the summer of 2028, so 3 more seasons, including this one. James, we're gonna talk about the podcast heard around the world here. Obviously, it was announced where you get your news, at least where I get my news, the Pat McAfee show. Which is like that's for the people who find Joe Rogan a little too cerebral.
The globalists.
Have you attempted to listen to this the Tkachuk cast?
I am unabashedly a little piggy for that Sens slop, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Here's the thing. I like Brady Tkachuk very much.
Of course.
And I like watching Brady Tkachuk interact with a lot of people in the Ottawa area.
Absolutely.
Like, there's this little video the Sens put up on Instagram where they were like showing behind the curtain of the Sens hockey ops room, and where they told Daniel Alfredson to like challenge an offside call.
Yes. And
then like they do challenge it, and then the goal against Ottawa stays is upheld. It's like this is the first challenge they've gotten wrong all year, and the guys in the video room are just baffled. And then who should turn up but Brady Tkachuk, who's just like, terrible call, guys. Just start slaying into them. What an awful call, just dog shit call. That's the good Brady Tkachuk. I love that shit. Brady Tkachuk hanging out in the Ottawa area, talking with kids, talking with the media, talking with the boys, talking with the teams. I love me some Brady Tkachuk. He's a very personable guy.
Yeah.
That's his best quality. I like him a lot. Brady Tkachuk with his brother, fuck all the way off with that shit. I do not give a single fuck about Matthew Tkachuk. It ruins it for me. Like, you could have like Brady Tkachuk on with, I don't know, just a random kid in grade 5 from the Ottawa area, and I tune into every episode.
I'm tuning in to that. I like that.
I'm here for Brady Tkachuk. I'm not interested in the Tkachuk brothers with massive air quotes as like a marketable entity.
Yeah.
Brady Tkachuk's is ours, and at least he's ours for another 3 years, and I'm not in a rush to like expand his marketability or brand or whatever the hell.
Just because we're reformatting to the Senagoth Lounge, available on all streaming platforms now.
That's actually true.
That's
not even a bit.
No, it's not a bit.
That sounded like a bit.
We did this. Listen, we do it for you, the people. We're trying to make this thing easier to get a hold of. We decided to dead name and welcome to your Carlson Years Scotch Cast, aka Fifth Liners, aka How I Learned to Love the Bomb, to our three names. Like, that's a perfect metaphor for the podcast. It's like I had three titles. Like, what is this, a mystery that you have to solve?
It had more titles than platforms you could listen to it on.
But it's a continuous thing. Like,
yeah.
And listener, you know as well as we do, if you're new here, welcome aboard. But if you're an OG head,
that would be cool if you are new. Actually,
if you are new,
it's always like this.
It's always yeah. If you're an OG old head, an unk, if you will, or an auntie, you know one thing that we hold near and dear to our hearts is that we're not going anywhere. Like we have buried like a dozen of these other podcasts at this point. We are the Cal Ripken of this shit. And on that, like we will outweight everyone. It's about quantity. We're here for you in the bad times, worst times, and the worse than that somehow times, somewhat good times that we're trepidatiously entering.
You know how you do a podcast for 10 years? You do one episode a year for 10 years.
That's right.
That's how it works.
And speaking of that, this next segment is sponsored by Bet69. Gambling, one of the best things to listen to on a podcast. Betting advice, betting odds. That's why I got into the game as a lad. But we're going to dip our toe into this Bet69 segment. The Tkachuk cast. I don't know what it's actually fucking called, and I don't care. I believe both players are injured right now, right? How many episodes have they done? One?
Yeah.
What's the over-under on this thing before they forget to do it? 2 episodes? 3? How many episodes is this thing gonna last? Like, Brady Tkachuk is supposed to, like, potentially return to the lineup next week or something like that. Like, he had a baby. He's going to be uninjured back to the lineup. It's an Olympic year. How long does they forget to do this thing, or like just like don't care anymore?
Look, man, as they're putting out one episode a week on Thursday. So, and I'm looking at the Send schedules. They got most Wednesdays off until January. So I like their chances to make it to Christmas.
How many episodes is that though? They're not doing them every week. There's no way.
I'll put the over under our favorite gambling term at 6.5.
I think maybe we should have a raffle or like a contest, is like on your Blue Sky, have people guess how many episodes the Tkachuk cast lasts, and the winner gets an autographed Jonathan Chichu hat. Not joking.
Yeah. Comment on our YouTube. On this episode of the podcast on YouTube. Leave a YouTube comment.
I'll send you a picture of the Chichu hat just to show. You can post it on Blue Sky to show these motherfuckers we're not messing around.
All right.
And of course, it's the 3D logo, so you can wear it with pride.
3D chess, 3D logo.
That's right.
It's all connected, baby.
We are playing 3D chess. Okay, I'm gonna go with. I say it. Okay, the Olympics are when? February? I don't care. I say they fit in 5 episodes between now and then, just to be generous. And then you never hear of this thing again until they're both injured again. God forbid. That doesn't count.
That would be actually a more honest way of going about it, right? Is just being like, we're going to do this, like, this is the we're injured cast.
Remember when David Perron was supposed to be on a rival podcast like once a week? Like, I know he had
No, of course not.
I know he had some personal stuff happen like right around that time. It's like, yeah, the idea just goes away. Like, it's like, do I think that the Tkachuk brothers think that this thing's going to be like, special thanks to all our Patreon subscribers? Like, yeah, I think that they fully have that in mind, but they're going to be in 2 different time zones and be like, yo, I can't do it this week, and then just forget.
Do they have any sponsors? Here's the thing: if I did any research for this, it would require me to listen to it. I don't want to do that. So first of all, this is a great segment. Second
Brought
of
to you by
all,
Bet69.
they're not actually allowed to get sponsored by betting websites, surely. And that's like the main source of revenue
that's actually, I believe,
for Sen's podcasts, right?
betting websites are, let me just do a number crunch here, 63% of the global economy at this point.
Yeah, like no shade to any podcasts. No, just kidding. Loads of shade.
One worse.
But like, if you're not getting some Patreon money and you're not getting any advertising money and you're just doing it for the love of the game, speaking from experience, the old recording schedule tends to take a bit of a hit.
Does this podcast cost money? Who knows?
It costs dollars per year.
We do it for you. Believe it or not.
I think if you take into account our hourly rate, like the rate at which we bill out, this podcast actually costs upwards of $25,000 per year, which means per episode, to be clear.
Yeah, starting a podcast is like starting a band. Like, do certain bands make a lot of money? Yeah, some do. But there's a lot of bands out there, and a lot of them are a bit of a liability on the wallet.
So to close the loop on this, Brady Tkachuk, if you're listening to this, it's okay, dog.
We got the watch, and we'll see you in Valhalla.
Just turn up in the background of a bunch of Sens videos, doing your thing. That's all we need, man. We don't need long form Brady Tkachuk. I don't need like Brady Tkachuk sitting down with Isaac Chotner.
Yeah, today on the Tkachuk cast, our special guest Brad Marchand, like who are,
geez, that's so gross.
Exactly. Like
I can see it too. That's brutal.
Like,
oh man,
who are the top 5 donkeys in the league, bud?
Come on.
And then they don't even say, then they don't even say because they're like their coworkers. So
that's brutal.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that so much. You better not be
I'm sorry.
using the weight of heaven again.
I'm sorry. Is this too real for you? No.
Man.
What we need, listen, Brady, you're a smart guy. What we need is you crouched down, like in a squat, talking to a little girl in a giant Sens jersey, saying, Are you nervous to drop the puck tonight? Don't worry, you're going to do a great job. And then she visibly brightens up, and I am staring at my mobile device, tears streaming down my face. That's branding.
That's all you need, man.
That's all you need.
Just gotta be yourself in the everyday.
Tried, tested, and true. That's worth more than any Nerf commercial. Look that up. Although in a more accurate way it isn't. But yeah, we don't need this podcast. We will bury you eventually. It's just a matter of when. And I guess I'm calling it as the Olympics.
Yeah, it brings us no pleasure to bury you, but it will happen, to be clear.
And that is offset by the enormous amount of pleasure it will be to bury his extremely unlikable brother.
I'll tell you what. If you give it up in 3 or fewer episodes, we won't even mention it again. Like you can leave our territory now. We won't follow up. You can. We'll let bygones be bygones.
Yankee, go home.
This is your chance. Yeah.
GI.
So
Statue of Liberty is kaput. Yeti USB microphone is kaput. Lay down your arms. Lay down your noise-canceling headphones. Return to your job that you get paid $7 million a year to do. Focus entirely on that. I have breaking news. I really have breaking news. Luke, I actually have breaking news.
Okay.
Shaboy is back in town. Thomas Chabot is played.
Shaboy is back in town. Boy is back in town. Wait, so he's starting tonight?
That's hot off the presses.
Let's go. Okay. That's good because I guess we don't have to talk about the trade heard around the world. Maxence Gwinnett for Gilbert. And we don't have to worry about whether we have to rush Carter Yakimchuk into the league because we are back to a full complement of defenders. Oh, that's so tight. Lassie Thompson assigned to AHL. The perfect place for Lassie Thompson. Love him in the AHL.
Yo, you love to see it. Bruce Garriock getting a scoop. Scoops Garriock tweeting out. Would expect we see Thomas Chabot return tonight, which if it is the case, is as Steve Staios predicted ahead of his timeline. Great sentence there, Boo Boo. No, nice to see him winning after, being just completely neutralized once Dorian got sent to Valhalla, where he was just fed a endless parade of leaks from the organization. that spigot has been turned off. It seems you can't even get like Staios to acknowledge like what the weather is out today.
Yeah. This dude's putting Coke and Pepsi in his shopping cart, so you don't even know which one he drinks if you see him at the supermarket.
Yeah, Lassie Thompson's been returned to Belleville, a team we don't care about anymore. What was wrong with Shabbat? We don't know. Frankly, we don't want to know because it's just another thing to get stressed out about. Couldn't be me staring at Josh Norris's shoulder every time he took a face-off with tears in my eyes.
Yeah, I think he pulled a Schmabrum or something. I don't know.
Some discontinuity.
Look, I'm not that type of doctor, all right?
That's true.
I'm not the type of doctor that helps people.
That rocks.
If you know, you know.
If there's a med on a plane and someone's like, is there a doctor on board? You're like, does anyone need to know how the plane could possibly be refueled in midair?
Yeah, I know lots about control theory, if that helps. All right, James. I think that does it for the inaugural session in the Senagoth Lounge. Is there anyone you want to thank?
As is customary, I would like to thank my goddamn self. So, shout out to me. We did it. Again.
Consider yourself thanked. Folks, this was the Senagoth Lounge. You are listening to Radio Free Sens, and we'll see you next time.
Stay prayed up.